so much weight.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob Cesternino back, and we have such a treat for you here today. I'm so excited to get the chance to talk on our old school Survivor interview here today with one of the great guests from RHAP. So excited to be reunited here with the Brazilian Dragon, Abi-Maria Gomes. Abi-Maria, how are you?
Hi guys, what's up? I'm so excited to be here today with you
Yes,
all.
I always look forward to getting to catch up with you. You're so much fun, and I'm thrilled that you were up for coming on and talking some Survivor here with us. What's new, Abby?
Wow, what is new? Well, I am in a very serious relationship. I found a very strong man that was able to tame the Brazilian dragon. Very happy in love. We just all want to be included, right? And understood and find someone that gets it. So I think I can check mark that one. The Brazilian dragon found her Prince Charming. So that's that.
Well, I love that for you. I'm so thrilled. And yeah, I'd love to hear more about this. That you feel like that the Brazilian dragon was tamed.
Yeah, I found my Persian king. Isn't it? Yeah, he's Persian,
Wow.
like the big Persian Empire. I've been riding in the Persian carpet as of lately and eating a lot of
Oh my
Persian
God.
kebabs.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Persians, we do have like our share of Persians on Survivor now, huh?
Well, that we have Shaheen this season.
We have Shaheen, and then we had Venus, and then we had my girl. Gosh, how did I forget her name? Shireen.
Shireen.
I got you, Shireen. Shireen is also Persian.
Yeah. Okay. So, Abi-Maria, so excited to get the chance to catch up with you. We're 3 episodes into the Survivor season, and this week was a really crazy episode of Survivor. Had you ever seen anything like that before?
I have never seen anything like that. The episode is locked and loaded. I have notes. I have so many notes.
Okay, well, before we get into the notes, let me just do a vibe check with you on Survivor. How much are you keeping up with it here in the new era?
I have been watching a lot of Survivor as of season, I think it's as of season, which one was the season that D won?
45.
45. As of season 45, I've been watching it like a lot. I watched with Farzan. My boyfriend's name is Farzan. They call him Faz. I watched the season that Kenzie won with my boyfriend. And then the one after that, he really didn't get into it. I did. Loved Rachel win. And then I'm like locked in, and I'm locked in.
Okay.
On season 48.
Now, Abby, has your boyfriend seen your seasons of Survivor?
He didn't, which is great. I met him. He had no idea who I was. He had never really watched Survivor. I mean, my boyfriend's like 11 years younger than me.
Oh, Abby.
That's what everybody says.
Look at you.
Where's the bell? Come on. There you go. I've been waiting for this one.
But Abby, I feel like that. I think that, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I feel like that. I think people are surprised. I think people think that you're younger than you are.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's because I am younger in American years.
Mm-hmm.
I turned an American citizen. I think it was like 2008 or 2000. Like, was it 2008 that I actually got naturalized and born an American citizen? So maybe my communication card is a little younger. You know, like I started speaking English. I was like 21.
Oh, that's interesting. So you feel like because you picked up English later that you learned how younger people talk.
Yeah, maybe I learned how younger people.
But it's your energy too. Like I think
my energy too.
Yeah, because I think that you always are a lot of fun. You have a lot of energy, and you know I think that you. I guess it's not surprising that a younger man found you.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that he looked much older. Well, actually, it was serendipitous. I literally, this is literal. I saw him from across the room, and our eyes met. and he left.
He left? What? I thought this was like love at first sight. He saw it, your eyes met, and then...
I was actually walking to the bar. It was
Yeah.
in Santa Monica at the promenade. It was 1212. You know me and numbers. The name
Yep.
of the freaking bar was 1212. I walked into the bar.
Wait,
and
the name of the bar was 1212 or it was
The
December
name-
12th?
No, it was December 12th, 1212. I'm joking. The name of the bar was 1212.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
I met him in November. Was it November 12th, 11, 12, 12, 12? I don't know. Anyway.
That's my son's birthday, November 12th.
There you go. So then him and I are getting married, me and my boyfriend, Farzan.
Yeah.
It's meant to be. So it was really serendipitous. I walked into the bar. He was wearing a flannel shirt to make it even more cliche because I love men in flannel shirts. I think it looks really hot. Like that man that can
It's a good look. Yeah.
Type of vibe, you know, like it's a good look. And he's like tall, dark, and handsome. And he had like the silver beard, which I think it's very sexy. And I saw him like, oh my God, that guy's so hot. And then he was leaving. So I am with this other friend of mine, Marjan. She's also Persian, such a coincidence. And we were just bar hopping that day. And at the end of the night, we decided to go get a nightcap. So we go to the Hudson Hotel in Santa Monica, to the penthouse, to the bar, the top. And as soon as I walked into the bar, guess who was sitting at the bar?
Oh, he was at the second location.
Second location.
This is destiny.
It was destiny. So since then, it's over. Now we leave together, and yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay, but you know he's still just sort of borderline Survivor fan.
He loves Survivor. I mean, well, I got breaking news for you.
Breaking news?
What's breaking? We gotta share this with the whole Survivor.
Okay, hold
community.
on. Abi-Maria has breaking news here. Let me play the play the song here. For Abi-Maria's breaking news. Let me see if I can find it. Breaking news are happening now. Yeah.
It's gonna shake the reality TV world. It's gonna make so many waves. Well, I brought my boyfriend to one of those Survivor beach drop parties, right? So they have all of this awesome challenges that you can actually do with the fans and with past survivors. And guess who is in the damn house? Just
Jeff Probst.
Well, he was there too, but he didn't come and play with us. He's like, his Survivor Jeff Probst. He doesn't play with us, just like when he's on stage. Anyways, he's the main star. So, but no, Parvati, which is like another like, whoa, oh my God. Everybody goes crazy when they sing Queen Parvati. Even I get like, oh my God, Parvati. So then we are paired to do a puzzle together. I'm doing my puzzle against Parvati and her family. And we're very close. And guess who helped me win the damn... I won the puzzle. I beat Parvati in a Survivor's Live puzzle. That's breaking news.
That is breaking news, okay?
That's breaking news, okay?
Do you want to challenge Parvati right now to any other Survivor challenges?
Well, hello, Miss Parvati. I would love, even though I gave her the secret, she's that charming. She's that smart. She got me tangled in her web. She came up to me later and she's like, come on, girl, how did you guys, beat me on that puzzle? I'm like, my boyfriend told me you just have to begin from the end, like from the ends, from the sides. And then
is that the secret? You got to do all the edges in the slide puzzle?
Secret. That's what he told me the secret was. So if I'm ever doing a puzzle on Survivor, if I'm ever on Survivor, if I'm ever doing any puzzles anywhere.
Or if we ever see Parvati doing the slide puzzle and she's good at it, then we'll know how she got it.
You better give me some credit, Parvati, girl.
Yeah. But who helped you?
You don't want this witch to burn your web, okay?
No, you don't. But Farzan, he helped you with the puzzle? That was who helped you? Or was another survivor?
Helped me with Farzan helped me with the puzzle, and I was giving him all this credit. And then look, and that's why I think he has what it takes to win Survivor. I'm like, babe, how did you get it? And he's like, easy. I just listened to the audience. Everybody was cheering on and giving us the tips on how to freaking do the puzzle. I had my ears open. I was listening.
Wow. Oh, so the audience was telling like up, down, left.
Yeah, I was telling us what to do. And I wasn't listening. I was just like, lives
Yeah.
in my head? And he's like calm, collected, like a good, disciplined Persian boy.
Now, you didn't have to do it blindfolded like the survivors did this week,
No,
right?
no, we didn't have to do it blindfolded, but I did see how Shaheen was able to command that puzzle. So that brought me back to like, damn, look at those
Reminded
Persian
you.
guys. Reminded me of like
Where
how
have I
my
seen this
boyfriend has
before?
I've seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah. Abby, I want to get your
Deja vu.
opinion on, we had these two women in Sai and Mary, and they were going back and forth. And I knew we were talking. I said, I wonder what Abi-Maria thinks about these two.
Well, there's definitely something about Mary.
Yes, for sure.
There's definitely something about Mary. And the dynamic between Mary and Say is like what we really need right now on reality television. I think it's amazing how, for some reason, the dynamics always end up being girls kind of like fighting with each other. So it's really good to see like them getting along and actually respecting each other's game. I mean, we saw that on Genevieve with Rachel as well last season, and I thought that was great. So I love the respect, and I love how Say has so much gusto in her gameplay, and she's out there and she's playing, but we're seeing too much of them. So to me, it feels like they might not last that long. Hopefully I'm wrong.
So it's so interesting on Survivor because in your first season of Philippines, like that's really the season where you had one tribe that was a disaster that ultimately Malcolm and Denise were from. But you were from the tribe that was winning all the challenges. And that was really where we learned, like, maybe it's not so great to win all the challenges.
Well, maybe it's not so great to put somebody on the show that has no idea what she's doing. And that was me. I was so clueless. I had no clue what the heck I was doing.
What? You mean in the challenges or in the game?
In the game.
What do you mean it was a bad idea?
The social game. The whole, like, I had no clue what I was doing.
You did all right.
I should have, like, really? I don't know. Did I really?
You made it to Final 5.
But could I have won that game?
I
have won that game? My social game was so off. If I knew what I know now.
If you know what you know now, yeah.
I would have not communicated the way that I communicated with Lisa, for example. Mm-hmm. I mean, so many things. RC, could have played that card so differently.
Maybe you and RC could have been like Mary and Say.
Maybe RC and I could be like Mary and Say.
Maybe. Okay.
But like, does RC have that in her though? Because
I don't know.
Abby. She was not very kind.
I don't know. Okay. But let me talk about in this season where we had this really crazy tribal council where Mary ends up hitting the shot in the dark. And then ultimately it comes down to Cedrek having to make a decision. Do you feel like that Cedrek made the right call?
You know, Cedrek is a surgeon. Cedrek is a doctor. He lives by the ethical, he's an ethical person.
Do no harm.
Do no harm. Don't lie. Like, he lives by that. And I saw the moment that Justin lost him is when he lied to Cedrek. And I saw that scene when they're discussing at the beach over there, they're talking, and then he lies to him when he went on that journey and he didn't tell him that he lost his vote. That moment, I'm like, ooh, he should have told Cedrek. Cedrek is like his guy right there. Like, they're together. So apparently that tribal went for like 5 hours, but whatever we saw of that tribal, like, when Say, and I think it's just so fun how there's the play in words too. What was it like? Without any, like, I don't know, how did Jaff say that he tells Mary without any say, like,
right,
go cast your vote.
Say finally had no say.
Yeah, Say finally. Like, I love how they have like the play in words with like their names. But that's when, like, yeah, Justin, you should have told Cedrek that you had that. I think he would have not lost his vote with Cedrek if it wasn't for that.
So they didn't have these journeys the last time that you played Survivor.
If journeys,
you hate them?
Yes, they like almost seem like, okay, you're destined to that's destined to failure.
Well, for Justin, that he had to roll the dice and he got unlucky and he lost his vote. Would you tell people if you lost your vote?
I mean, I think Bianca did the right thing to tell Thomas that she lost her vote. I think it's very situational. I think it really depends on the dynamics with the people that you have, like just the people that you're put together on a tribe with. That's the puzzle right there. Being able to put together
That's the slide puzzle.
That's the slide puzzle right there. Being able to put together those personalities to your advantage. Being able to put together people that you know that at the end are going to vote for you to win. Being able to put together personalities that you know they're going to like fight with each other, that you can just being able to tell somebody something and they're going to believe it, even if you're going to have to lie to them. That's the game right there. Being able to put together those personalities. So would I tell? It really is situational. It depends on with the dynamics. Yeah. Maybe if I was there with you, I would tell you. I trust you. I'll tell you that to your face right now. Sure, Rob, I would tell you.
Yes, but maybe you wouldn't.
But maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
You should tell me, Abby.
You should tell Abby. You're giving me when I'm out there with you.
I think you should tell me, because I think that if you're in trouble, I think you need to tell somebody. I think that I agreed a little bit more with what Thomas did when he got an extra vote, and I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm going to keep that as a secret. But I think that what we saw that Justin needed Cedrek's help.
Yes.
If you have a problem, you got to tell a trusted friend.
That's what we're trying to get to, right? People like feeling that they are trusted too. People like feeling that they are trusted. They feel important when you're like, wow, that person trusted me. Like you planted something in them. And I think that if Justin would have told Cedrek the truth, he wouldn't have gone home.
Yeah, I think because that's what Say did so well.
But do you think that Cedrek would have gotten rid of Say?
It's such a good question, but Say was able to really drive that wedge and then get Cedrek to turn around. But
that's why she won that award, the Fishy Award.
She won the Fishy Award from our old friend Steven.
Yeah, I keep up.
Yeah, well,
with all the awards.
So I thought it was very interesting, though, that I wonder, is Say going to be able to forgive Cedrek because he wrote down her name 2 times.
Twice. And we know how that goes.
You write down his name 2 times.
That did not float my vote with Wu. Wu was like on my hit list. He was on my closet, ready to be cut in little pieces.
But let me ask you a question about Wu. So what if like after that, then Wu did something to save you? Would you have been able to forgive him for what he did prior to that?
I would. That's a good question, because he would have saved me. That means that he redeemed himself. He's proving it to me. People have to prove it to you. There's always room for negotiation.
Yeah, I think you have to be able to forgive on Survivor, especially in the new era where so many, don't forget. Don't forget that it happened. Like he's capable, like he showed you something. But I do think you have to be able to forgive people because things change so much and there's so many different like crazy scenarios that you get thrown in. Somebody might not vote with you one time, but you have to be able to move past it.
And that's where we're going to see the level of gameplay Say has under her sleeves for us. If she's able to forgive Cedrek, she's a gamer.
What do you think about Say and Mary moving forward? Do you think that they're going to be able to move past this?
If they can patch up that relationship, they're gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And that's why I'm telling you, I was very clueless on Philippines. They make great television, but I wasn't a gamer then. Maybe I'm a gamer now.
Maybe. But would you be as good television?
I mean, look at me.
I think you would.
Look at me. Come on.
Now you're the total package.
Now I'm exactly beauty and brains, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I am a little bit more have the awareness that you people kept on thinking I was lacking. I couldn't agree more. Now I'm crazy and aware.
What do you think about, say, if you were going to play with her? Do you feel like that you and she would get along?
Wow, I think we would have that Hoochie Mama alliance going in deep. That Mama Lions would be going in deep. I would love to. I would love
Yeah.
to.
Now,
They're having so much fun. Who doesn't want to have fun?
so
Villains have
Abby,
more fun.
now say in the first tribal council, she was talking about Mary and Stephanie, and she said that they're air signs, or Stephanie said that, and Say said I don't get along with the air signs because they're too indecisive.
Oh shit! So then maybe Say and I wouldn't get along. What is the Say sign?
I think she said she was also an air sign.
Oh, is she?
But now, are you a Libra, Abi-Maria? Are you indecisive?
You are a Libra. I'm a Libra. Are we indecisive? You
I know
tell me.
I am a little indecisive sometimes,
I am
Abby.
a little indecisive too.
Mm-hmm.
What are you indecisive with?
Almost every single thing, Abby, because I see the good and the bad.
The
I
bad.
always like weigh the pros and the cons of things.
True. You're a thinker.
I overthink.
Overthinker. Yeah, like me.
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, this is good, but this is also good.
Yeah, but that could be bad, but it's good.
But it
So
could
like,
go
oh my
bad.
gosh, but it could go bad. Like, and you think about, but you know what the good thing about that is? We're always a few steps ahead. So we're masterminds.
Yes. Because we're always thinking about how, because there's so many times, and like I have been so confident about something and it goes horribly wrong.
True, because
and I say I thought, well,
and
it makes me doubt myself because I knew I was so confident.
That's the problem.
Like every year before the football season starts, I'm saying like, okay, well, the Jets are gonna be very good.
I mean, but then you have to look at statistics. Come on, then you're just being a very emotional fan.
Yeah. So
you gotta look at that.
I guess so. Okay. Who else in this season has caught your attention? Are there any other players from
Let's look at the notes now. Is it time for the notes?
Yeah, look at your notes.
Okay, I think there are a few things that we left out of this conversation. All right. So what I've been hearing out in the whole reality TV streets, Survivor streets, that the fans are not very happy with the 3-tribe format. Is that a new era problem? And if that is the issue, then what was Philippines and Second Chance's new era season?
Okay, so the 3-tribe format really was once upon a time, Abi-Maria, Survivor was in the dark ages. That Survivor Nicaragua and Redemption Island and South Pacific and One World, people said, boring. People are just making a big alliance on day one, and this is not exciting. And then Survivor Philippines came. And I really think that Survivor Philippines was a season that changed everything. I think that the 3-tribe format kind of saved Survivor once upon a time. People loved the 3-tribe format. Now, people, we're over it. Old news.
Great analysis. That's so interesting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, that's what you do for a living. Hey, respect. So I have a question then. So then I never thought I was part of a new era player. I never thought I was like a part of like the whole classic old school player thing. I always felt like, okay, so am I on the cusp? Just like the Libra sign?
Yeah.
Are we just like indecisive? What the heck?
Am I old school or new school?
Am I old school? Am I new school?
No, but you're old school now.
On this whole thing. I'm old school now?
Yes.
Hopefully not old news.
Not old news.
Good.
I didn't say that.
Good.
I wouldn't say that.
Good. But old school. So I'm a classic.
Yeah, I think so. Really, now anybody before sometimes I talk to people from like Survivor 38 and they're like, hey, I'm old school.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I go back to Survivor 25. That's like, wow, that's like, Jesus, like prehistoric times. I'm like a Survivor dinosaur. I mean, I'm a dragon. Everybody knows.
Right.
That's good.
But yeah, but you were definitely in like the middle era of Survivor.
The middle area. So I'm on the cusp because then like, I think it was Jelinsky that asked me this. Several. I met him. He met Farzan. We met him in Vegas. And then he asked me, he was like, so how do you feel about old school survivor. And I'm like, respect, right? Like one word, respect. And he's like, how do you feel about the new era survivor? And I'm like, well, I would say that I want to nurture you guys, because I feel all your pains. Like, I get it. Like, I've been there and done that. And then what about us? Like, how do we, like Amazon? What is Amazon?
What do you mean?
Just
what
the
is
lungs
it?
of the world. I'm just joking.
Yes.
Like, your season. How is that old school,
that's
right? Like,
you don't get much older.
You
Abby.
cannot get more old school than like yours. Yours is a classic, man. I need to rewatch your season.
You don't need to. It's fine.
I want to. I know. Oh, you don't want me to rewatch your season?
I don't know. Some people, they say, that was, we didn't like it how that people were talking about who's hot on that season.
Did you see any anacondas?
We didn't. They used to tell us to be worried about them. They said, don't go by the water at nighttime.
Yeah, they will freaking eat you.
Yeah.
Like, they will like squeeze you and break you and like eat you alive.
Lots of dangerous animals in the Amazon.
Yes. What was the craziest thing? I'm from there and I've never been to the Amazon. That's wild.
Yeah. So what was the craziest animals?
Yeah.
Honestly, we didn't see so many animals. They were, mostly scared of us. We kept the fire going. I feel like that the craziest thing we saw were the piranha.
Yes, the piranhas.
Yes.
Piranha. Say it. Piranha.
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 Just don't ever call a girl that.
I won't.
Yeah, that's bad. Like, piranhas in Brazil is a slang for like hoochie mamas, basically.
Oh, okay. Why? Because they have teeth?
They have teeth. They will like
eat you alive.
Yeah. Eat you alive, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see any capybaras?
Capybara. What is a capybara? Like a bear? I didn't see that.
Big
No.
rodent.
Yeah, no, we didn't see that.
What about the pink dolphin?
I wish we would have seen that, but no.
It's like a magical creature right there. Anyways, okay, back to the notes. Let's not get distracted. Okay. Tribe patterns, group patterns, personality type patterns. Like, I feel like I saw all of that with the dynamics, with all the different players. You can see how all of that can go in different ways. The social experiment aspect is the most fascinating for me, to see duos like Sai and Mary being formed, Thomas and Bianca, Joe and Eva. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about Joe and Eva. So fun. Star Bianca and Joe. What about that throuple?
Oh, I didn't even think of them as a throuple. Yeah. So, all right. So, Joe and Eva, they have a special relationship.
Very special relationship.
The tribe swap coming up. And we are going to have, maybe they're going to part ways. But right now, Joe has been Eva's like support system out there.
He has, but he also has a very close relationship with Shaheen, right? Isn't that who he has? I don't know. I don't know if I trust that relationship with Joe and Eva.
You don't think so? Why? What are you worried about?
I don't know. I think that Shaheen and the Cali girls are getting like a hang of that relationship. And I think that, I don't know. Joe did cry in the first episode, and he said that he's playing for Eva now. But do you think after a few days of hunger and mind games, that survivor instinct of taking that $1 million to his family won't kick in?
I don't know. Do you think that that's something that when somebody feels a bond like that the course of the game ends up making it weaker?
To what extent?
See, I think that what's going to be interesting to watch is that I think they're going to get separated during. I don't know what the tribe. I haven't looked at what the tribes are, but if Joe ends up making new friends, how close does he stay with Eva?
That's my question.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that if they stay together, I think that they'll be fine. But I think that you sometimes then you go and you meet new friends, and then some of these alliances.
What relationship that would be amazing to be
What's that?
formed if that Star and Eva. I would love an alliance between the two of them.
Oh, I don't know if that's going to happen, Abby.
I know, because they didn't really look like they liked each other, and Star was giving information to the California girls, right? she's the one kind of like
well,
giving information.
Can you talk a little bit about that, of these like two people who are kind of rivals with each other, and then I guess they're kind of both at the bottom, that do you feel like that they should have actually been trying to work together instead of trying to...
what Mary is doing with Say?
Well, now maybe, but I think they still... Say was still trying to vote Mary out.
Well, yeah.
They respected each other, but they weren't working together yet.
Did they vote together?
Well, Mary didn't vote.
That tribal was so freaking crazy, like so confusing. I can't...
Say still tried to vote Mary out at that tribal council.
They still tried voting her out. Okay.
But maybe they'll be friends now. Now they've been through some stuff.
Maybe they will. Maybe they needed that shakeup.
Well, how about from the perspective of the other players, where Star has found the Beware advantage? First off, would you pick up a Beware advantage?
I would be so scared of being like Star out there on that island looking. I couldn't stop laughing. That scene was gold for me. When she's just looking at the Beware advantage and she just goes, She's trying to, like, the third day that she's like looking at the thing, trying to figure it out.
Yeah. But if you could do the slide puzzle, I think you could open the Beware advantage.
I think I could figure out the animal patterns and try to match up a few like letters and try to come up with the word. But what is so interesting is that each one of those Beware advantages are different words, right? The first try was listen. The second one, what was the word that they were able to
enlist.
Put together? Enlist. What would be the last one? What do you think is the last
I think it might
word?
Be like silent.
Silent? Oh, or maybe like the listen, like the monkeys, they go listen.
Oh, see no evil, hear no evil?
Yeah. Hear no, I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, your mind can go in so many different...
Especially if one of the pictures was monkeys.
Right?
Yeah.
Now I'm like thinking, oh my gosh.
Abby, when...
Now I'm thinking White Lotus.
No, yeah, there's a lot of monkeys on the White Lotus also.
Yes. There's a lot of like comparisons to like how Survivors filmed on White Lotus. I can see it.
Abby, so we had where the Beware advantage got found, Star needed help. And last week we saw where Star asked for Cheyenne and Joe to help her with it. And they showed Thomas, and Thomas is like, throw away the clue.
Love Thomas. I think that Shaheen is absolutely doing the right thing, which is putting Star under his arm. I think that Star is definitely a number for Shaheen. Thomas and Shaheen are close, and then they have Joe too, and then they can have Star. I think they're strong over there.
Yeah.
They have some numbers going.
But now we have tribe swap, and that could change everything. You could have people go to, I mean, I bet you were feeling okay when you were at Takeo, right? And then there's a tribe swap and everything changes.
I was never feeling okay because I knew I was the weakest link. My ACL was torn. I was in disadvantage because I didn't have the strength. And now that I think about it, maybe it was the right thing getting rid of RC because she was way stronger than me.
Yeah.
And maybe I didn't have to play so aggressive.
I'm talking about second chances, though, that you were probably feeling good and then you got swapped.
That was the worst thing that could have happened to me when we went on Encore. Encore was hell. Encore was hell. There were so many swaps. I never had an easy freaking Survivor experience. It was always hell. It was always so difficult. Southeast Asia was terrible. It rained nonstop. It was always hell. If you think about it, it was awful.
But, it's so interesting. You went to Angkor and then you got rid of Jeff Varner there.
Yeah. And now Jeff went completely nuts.
Yeah. Look.
With Jeff. I think he even hates me now.
What did you do?
I don't know. I just think that's insane, the shit that he writes about people that just... Like, what do I know? Like, I was born who I am, and I never had any...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you didn't do anything.
I don't know what to do. I don't know. I think that I had said something about my political preference, and then he wrote something about...
Oh, well, who asked him? Who asked him to jump in?
Yeah, he jumped in, he wrote something, and then he had somebody that he knows write something on the wall, imaginary wall.
Leave it alone.
And then he got mad at me because I didn't defend him. And I'm like, but I don't believe the stuff that you're trying.
Right.
I don't believe that.
What are you, his lawyer?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Anyone's lawyer.
Do you think it's weird that then him and Scoopin were from the same tribe from Survivor Australia?
It's true, the stuff about Scoopin too. I try not to believe that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we don't need to talk about that. I'm sorry I brought it up, Abby.
He deserved that coconut.
People love it that you did that.
It should have been harder.
Was that karma?
Absolutely karma. Absolutely karma. Are you kidding me? I believe in karma. Since that day, karma is real.
So that was the day that you said,
there's so many things and people that have tried and do me dirty because, that's why I respect Sai and Mary. They get it. It's a game. That's it. They play the game. But some of these people,
is that how you are with this show where, the stuff that happens on the island is the game, and then when you're off,
it should be. It's a game show. I mean, please, it's a game. If you're not going on Survivor to play a game, what are you doing? Like, there is no career to be made unless you're Parvati and Boston Rob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No shade.
I mean, they're doing great.
They're doing great.
Yeah. I mean, they can't do a slide puzzle like you.
Right? They cannot do a slide puzzle like me, but they're doing great.
Yeah. But they don't care. The shows don't care if you could do a slide puzzle or not. Yeah. They'll still put you on.
Yes. But to have that charisma that Parvati has, and Boston Rob, is not a lot of people that have that.
What about Boston Rob? Have you ever met Boston Rob?
I think I met Boston Rob quickly, and I think it was one of these finales that I just showed up because I was invited. He was there, we shook hands, and then he just told me that one of his daughters was one of my biggest fans.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, the guy's smooth.
Yeah, okay.
He knows what to say.
Yeah. So, Abby, what are you looking for when we see the tribe swap coming up this week? Do you like it when they swap the tribes?
Well, it shakes up the game, right? It's fun to get people out of their comfort zone. I love to see, I love watching Survivor for the social experiment aspect of it and the behavior and people and how they form those relationships. So I can't wait. Yes, I can't wait to see what happens. But what are they going to do? Are they going to give us 2 other tribes? Are they all going to be merged in one tribe? Like, how is it going to be? Are they going to be picking different tribe colors?
I would guess, and I haven't looked at it. I think that they're going to do what they did in Survivor 45, and I think they're going to do 3 tribes of 5, and I think that they're going to have it be basically the same 3 tribes. Then everybody's going to pull out a new buff and do 3 tribes again. Not like
3 tribes of 5. So then they're going to have at least 3 people.
I think 2, majority. And then they'll do the merge. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
you're right.
I'm sorry. When they go to the tribal and vote, there's always going to be you're always going to want to be in the majority. That's the thing. You're always going to.
Unless people lose their vote.
Unless people lose their vote. How do you feel about this whole shot in the dark, losing the vote, advantages, gain a vote?
I try to roll with the punches, Abby. It's very hard for me to just be like the old man yelling at the cloud about all of these things. I totally get the people who are the purists, and I think that Australian Survivor is a game that I think is more pure. But I think that this is what it is in the new era, where that crazy stuff is going to happen, and I do think that is a test of, can you roll with the punches?
I like that. I like this observation. And how did you feel about Kayleen's analysis on the poker versus roulette? Did it become a game of luck?
Oh, Kellen,
that was very interesting to read.
Kellen wrote for the Confessional, our reality TV newsletter, that she felt like she was very much against it. She felt like that people put too much into too much of an investment of their lives to let their game be dictated by luck. And when Kellen went to Ghost Island, that she had a chance to risk her vote, she said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm here to go with my gut and to make a smart decision. And I definitely respect that. I just think that's what the game is sometimes, you know,
Did
that
it work
there's
for her? When she went, like when she tried her luck, like I'm curious.
I think she went twice, and I think she did risk it the second time and got something, if I recall. I'm not super familiar with that season, but I think that she had the option to risk her vote. And I think a lot of people feel like this was like twofold of a problem. Of one, that Justin didn't have the chance to say yes or no. Like if he wants to risk his vote, let him risk it. But he didn't, he just got picked. But that's also like, that's Survivor, baby.
That is Survivor. I know. And
did you get to pick if you got to go to Angkor or not?
No, I freaking picked a rock.
To go to the worst tribe and then have to build a new house with Jeff Varner.
No, and PG.
PG.
And PG and Tasha and Woo. And
Andrew Savage.
And Andrew Savage. All my enemies over there. I went to go meet with my enemies.
Yeah, I mean, that was luck, right? They didn't get to say, Abby, do you want to draw a new tribe today, or do you want to stay with the people you're with?
It was absolutely luck.
So, I mean, that's always part of the game. I mean, they didn't say, like, Abby, do you want to tear your ACL or not?
Right? No. How lucky did I get at marooning? Like, and that set my game from the get-go. Like, that's what I've always said. I went with the best intentions, and two, luck kicked me in the butt. Like,
yeah. So there's a lot of luck that's in the game. Like, I understand why people want it to be a more pure game, but like, hey, it is what it is.
And the reason why I asked you what happened to her destiny in the game, Kaylin, is because a lot of people react out of vendetta. Like, was that a personal vendetta for her? That's why I'm asking you. Because a lot of people react based on their own experiences.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm sure part of it is like based in personal experience. But you know, speaking of Kellen, can I bring this up? So yeah, this is something. Yeah, I said, well, what fun stuff do we have to show Abi-Maria today? And this was the guys grabbed this and they said, hey, see if Abi-Maria saw this, because last season, Teeny from Survivor shared a clip of you. Do you remember when you were in the sequester final 3 with Kellen? Do you remember this, Abi-Maria?
Yes.
Let me play this clip. This is Teeny tweeted this on December 22nd, right when the finale happened. She said, "This is me if I made the final 3."
But what's one thing in this game that you feel like you single-handedly did?
Social.
But like what vote?
Okay.
That's the big puzzle, man. You got to put that social puzzle together. That's Survivor. It's social.
Yeah.
That's it. Ring the bell, man. That was it.
That was an epic game.
Thank you.
The
that
marathon.
Was an epic answer.
Yes.
Spectacle.
Yeah. That went, how many hours did that go on that night?
Gosh, that was like a whole
I went to bed.
Day. So you're just watching it the whole time?
I was watching it, yeah.
That was so crazy.
I was on the West Coast.
I had my Mike White moment. I was like chugging wine. I was getting drunk at my house. I was getting loud. Security in the building showed up because I was so loud. I think I was like screaming. It was crazy. And I made it to the final 3.
Hey, you always do great at these games.
But nobody votes for me to win. That's my fear. There's a lot of pangonging going around, if you know what I mean, in this reality TV street.
There's a lot of pagonging going around?
A lot of pagonging going around. And all of this Survivor reality
What do you
TV
mean?
world.
People are always just like going with their tribe and taking out the other team?
Tribe and pangonging and taking out their people. That's what happened on Sequester. Well, Bryce and Kelly knew each other from their Survivor experience together.
Okay.
So they pagonged against me. We need to do
Well, I don't
sequester
like that.
again. No
I don't like that.
pagonging.
Listen, people, it's not 2000. Stop pagonging people, okay?
Stop
It's been
pagonging.
25 years. Let it go.
Exactly. It's
That's
the new
old
freaking
news.
era.
It's the new era, baby.
Yeah.
We don't
let's go.
pagong.
No pagong in this gong.
We vula.
We hula around here. We don't pagong.
Yeah. Do you hula around here, Abby?
I love to hula hoop. I'm not gonna say what hula rhymes with because it's gonna sound very dirty. And we're like the survivors of the child's play now.
Yes. Okay. Wait, hold on.
We don't hula with hula.
Wait, hold on. What does hula rhyme with? I don't even know.
Oh my god. We don't
A doula? A doula?
Hula, vulva.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't really think it rhymed, but
Yes.
yeah. Here, this is that. Okay. Is this you hula hooping?
That's me hula hooping with my vulva.
Yes. Okay. Where are you doing this? In a winter coat.
That
In front of
is
Guitar Center.
in Seattle. Oh my gosh, in front of guitar. Did you watch Bill Burr's new skit? Like new
No, he
Netflix
has a new
thing?
stand-up. It's
Oh
on
my gosh. And he
Disney
talks
Plus,
shit
right?
about,
It's on Disney Plus, I think, right?
Yes, it's on Disney Plus. I think I don't know where it is, but I just watched over the weekend with Fez, and he makes so much fun of guys at Guitar Center. So it's so funny that I'm hula hooping right in front of Guitar
I think it's a guys at hula hoop.
Sure, guys. Okay, no, stop. I need to.
Yeah, see no evil, hear no evil.
No. Speak too much evil right here.
Okay.
Speak too much evil. And see too much evil. Ugh.
Abby, have you made a winner pick for Survivor 48?
Sure, Stephanie.
Stephanie, she's already out.
It's a safe answer. It's a safe answer.
Yeah,
Actually,
no,
let's be...
it's the opposite of a safe answer.
Well, because she already lost, so it's just like, after the fact. Let me look at my notes here. What else did I don't know why I wrote 24 people, 3 tribes of 8, 2 tribes of 12 people. I don't know. My mind was going.
Wow, were you watching Australian Survivor?
Is it 24 people?
Yeah, they do 24 people.
Oh, maybe
they've done 3 tribes of 8, but now they usually do 2 tribes of 12.
How does that work?
It's a lot of episodes.
A lot of episodes.
And a lot of shows.
But it gives a lot of content, a lot for people to talk about.
There's a lot. There's like 4.5 hours a week of Survivor.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of Survivor. Okay, Mary on the bottom. Okay, let's talk about being on the bottom. How hasn't people figured out that the best position to be on Survivor sometimes is on the bottom?
Yeah. I mean, it's something, especially in the new era. Especially in the new era, Abby, it's interesting that when you played, maybe that wasn't the optimal strategy to be somebody who's seen at the bottom. But now it's like, hey, we're going to take out all the people who are the big threats.
Yeah.
They would never let Jeremy get to the end in the new era.
They would never let Jeremy get to the end in the new era.
Malcolm would have been voted out at the merge.
And we would have cut his hair in the process. There would be no man bun.
Nothing.
He wasn't a part of the Witches Coven Alliance. We would have burned him in the pit.
Joe would have been voted out even earlier.
He doesn't have his hair anymore.
So do you not like these guys that have long hair?
No, I don't care.
You don't care?
Well, I just steal their hair. Look at this. I steal their hair.
A lot of volume.
That's what witches do. Lots of volume. Yes.
Yeah. So nowadays, though, it's, you'd be in the perfect spot from your seasons.
It would be so golden. But I think that maybe Survivor learned in the process of 50 seasons of Survivor is going to be, how interesting. I mean, they know what they're doing. How interesting these personalities will play out, and how. I mean, I can totally see me and say, "Are you kidding me?" Gusto, all gas, no brakes. She's playing, let's go. I mean, I would love to see her win, sure, would love to see Mary win. I love her. She speaks her mind. She's like all over the place and she's herself. And I love like how these players are all very authentic and being themselves and just playing the game and having so much fun with it. I enjoy it.
Okay. But do you have one person you think that is going to go all the way?
I think Bianca is looking really good.
Bianca.
Right
Okay.
Bianca.
She's kind of under the radar.
She's under the radar. And she really has a really good reading people.
Yeah.
But did she have a good read on telling Thomas that information? Because he's sneaky.
Yeah, Thomas seems like somebody else to keep an eye out on. I don't mean because he got poked in the eye with the stick.
I thought it was an ice tie. So that was a stick.
Yeah. Yeah, she hit him in the challenge.
Oh, it was a Bianca that hit him in the
Yeah, remember when they had to like carry the ball with the stick and she got him in the eye?
Oh my God.
Bianca did that. Watch out for her.
I love that name, by the way, Bianca.
Bianca?
Yeah, I like that name. I think Shaheen is also in a really good position.
Yeah.
Shaheen's looking really good right now.
Yeah, I think so too.
It has some really good people skills.
Is he somebody, though, that's going to be too big of a profile when they get to the merge?
It could be. It could be.
He's a big personality.
Big. Is he?
I think so.
Everyone over there seems to be really big personalities, though.
All right. Well, let me ask you about David. And we saw David in
oh my gosh,
this
yes,
episode.
I have him.
Yes.
Chad?
Did you write anything? He's Gigachad, even. Did you ever call somebody a Gigachad?
A Gigachad?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard the term. The term.
That's what Camilla said. That's what he's called, a Gigachad.
A Gigachad. I've heard the term Chad, but I've never heard Gigachad.
Yeah, that's like a super Chad.
A super Chad, like a super white male.
Yeah, big strong guy
with 4 tits.
I think just 2 now.
Just 2 now. And he wants 6 kids. He needs 2 more.
I think he said only 4 kids. I think
he wants 4. Oh, plenty.
So it was perfect. It was perfect. He had it perfect. Yeah.
Chad with the 4 tits. Oh my God.
Now, Abby, you work in real estate, right? You're a realtor. Do you think that you could help David? You could help him find some place to live? He doesn't want to live in Dad's trailer.
Oh, he needs to find his soul first.
Or I think it's his trailer at Dad's house. Yeah.
He needs to find his soul first. He needs to do some soul searching, and then we find him a house.
Okay.
No, but honestly, I watched the episode twice. First time I watched the episode, I was very cynical about David. I was just like, this guy's full of shit. Is he for real? Like, is he laughing or is he crying? Can I take him seriously? All right. And then I watched it again, and I watched it with like a whole different set of eyes with different lenses. And I'm like, man, imagine being a man and all that pressure to be the provider, to be able to like, provide 4 kids to a woman that's desperate. Like our eggs, they expire. I don't have mine
TikTok.
anymore.
Yeah,
my TikTok is ticking and talking.
Right.
So I get it. It's a lot of pressure. So it all depends in which lens you're looking at these people's stories. The first lens was very critical. The second lens, I was like, I kind of feel bad for him.
Right. And maybe David can make it a little bit more acceptable for men to talk about how hard it is to be a man. Finally, Abby.
Yeah, it's very hard if you think about it. It's just too much pressure put upon a man. And sometimes some men, depending on their personality, they will freeze. They will not know what to do besides living in their parents' backyard, in their
front yard,
RV or front yard. I mean, my brother has an RV parked in his backyard. When I go there, I actually sleep in the RV.
That's cool.
You have your own space.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
hey, no shade. It's expensive. We were just talking about the rental market.
Yeah, we don't know where his dad lives. Maybe his dad could live in like Beverly Hills.
It's California. Exactly. What kind of a trailer are we talking about? Let's talk about his girlfriend too. What kind of like high maintenance woman is she? Like that's
I don't want to judge.
Yeah. And he has 4 tits. I'm I'm joking. Don't take me seriously.
Don't.
People,
She's joking, people.
I'm joking.
Okay,
I'm joking.
she's being
I'm
fun,
joking.
Abby.
I'm
Okay.
being fun and funny Abby.
Yeah. Okay. It's not that serious.
He's the
All
one
right.
that put his story out there.
That's right. Okay. Abby, David has 3 questions that he likes to ask people.
Not 4?
No, only 3. He had 1 removed.
Oh shit! I'm losing my headphones here.
Okay. What car do you drive? What's your favorite movie, and how do you like your steak?
What car do I drive? Is
Yes.
Dave Chad? Forte Chad? Right now? Hi, Chad. I drive a white BMW. It's my white horse.
Wow.
It has 4 tits.
Wheels.
Will.
Yes.
Okay. Second question.
Is what's your favorite movie, Abby?
My Serendipity, one of my favorite movies. It makes it
Oh.
even more special on How I Met My Boyfriend. Ring the bell, Rob.
It wasn't just Serendipity. It was the movie Serendipity.
Serendipity, yes.
Yes. And then
Serendipitous.
how do you like your steak
I
cooked?
also love Silence of the Lamb because
Oh,
I'm a little psycho. Yeah, that's actually my favorite movie.
yeah.
And it's so funny because if you ask my boyfriend, what is Abby's hobby? He's like, she watches murder mysteries.
You watch a lot of true crime?
Actually, we need to talk about having like a true crime podcast. But anyways, let's answer Chad's question.
Yes. Okay. Third question. How do you like steak?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty.
Dexter.
Yeah.
Dexter. Okay. Fourth question.
Dexter?
Yes, I am the villain that everyone's loved.
Wait, what does that have to do with Dexter?
I mean, aren't you always rooting for him to murder the prey?
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the steak?
He likes his steak medium rare too. He likes the blood. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
To give you context, Rob.
I watched the first season or 2 and I didn't even keep up with
Have
it.
you not seen the new one?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dexter as like little Dexter?
Little
How he
Dexter, young
turns
Dexter?
into that young Dexter?
Yeah.
Gotta watch it.
I didn't watch it.
It'll give you so much context.
Yeah.
You
What about
have
young
to
Abi-Maria? Should they make a story about you in your formative years?
We have to have a whole book written about my whole story.
Will you
would
write a
be
book?
fascinating.
Parvati's writing a book.
I know, right? Like maybe she can give me some tips, and I would love to put that together one day. I actually would love to read Parvati's book. I think that what she's doing is phenomenal. She's leaving such a map,
Of course,
but
that's for her. We're talking about you.
Exactly. People would be fascinated.
Yeah, can you give us the story a little bit? So you talked about how you came here as a younger person and you learned the English language. What made you come here?
What made me the Brazilian dragon that I am?
Yeah. How did the Brazilian dragon hatch?
Oh wow. How did the egg hatch? Love that. Gosh, back in 1999.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was a very curious young kid. I was a tomboy. I mean, there is no secret. I never wanted to have a quinceañera. I never wanted to wear like the big puffy.
I didn't know this.
Oh no, I was the kid.
So what did you do? Sports?
Oh yeah, I used to play soccer. Like I was a little monkey. I would like always be on top of in Brazil, we have like walls separating houses. Yeah. I was always the kid on top of the walls and I was climbing the trees. My parents were old school, so I would get belted like big time. Like,
oh my God.
My middle school graduation, my parents got so mad at me. They went, Pippi Longstockings? I was basically like Pippi Longstockings. Yeah. I had all the animals in my backyard. I would always be on top of the tree or on top of the house.
When you talk about your parents, was that common how the children were raised?
Yes. In Latin households? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. In like South America, Central America, they will be, I don't want to speak for everyone's family, but my family, I was the belt treatment. Yeah. I respect my parents. I'm afraid of my parents. Yeah. I was afraid of my parents. There were no, it was like, no. But there's a lot of love too.
Yeah. And so did you all come to America or did you come by yourself?
I came to America. I
Yeah.
am the first. Well, one of the reasons why I left is because I wasn't really getting along with my family. I was just too out of this world, even for like the typical like Brazilian Latin family.
They
Like,
couldn't hold you in. You were trying to climb out from when you were a kid.
I was trying to. I just wanted to be an independent woman, a businesswoman. I did not want to get married to the first boyfriend that I had. I did not want to be with just one guy. I did not want to have kids. Like all of my friends from high school, they always probably have 20 kids, each one of them. They've been married for 20 years.
Yeah.
That's not the life that I wanted to live. And if I would have stayed in this developing country that I come from, that would have been my life.
Do you have siblings, Abby?
I have one brother.
Yeah. And did he stay?
No, he came to visit me and he got my best friend pregnant twice.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Were you happy about this or you were like, hey, what are you doing here?
We were barely 21. I was like, what the heck are you doing here? Like hatching eggs. What the heck?
Now, were you disappointed in your brother or your best friend?
What am I saying? Who am I? I was just very confused. I think I was disappointed. I think blood is thicker than water, right? Blood versus water. I mean, now my brother's ex-wife is a part of the family. We all grew up together. But at the time, I think that it was very confusing times. I mean, I love my friend. She's my friend. She's the mother of my nephew and my niece. And even though my brother may have been wrong, it was tough to
Well, you know,
deal with that.
That's my story with my wife, that my wife was my sister's friend. And my sister did not love that her friend and her brother got together.
I am not saying that I loved or I hated it, but it was very tough at the time, especially because it didn't work out for them and they were so young.
So you came here by yourself.
I came here by myself. Well, first I went to Sweden. So I finished high school. My godmother married a Swedish man. And she told me, if you finish your high school with great grades, I'll give you the opportunity to come live with me in Sweden for a year. Because that was my fantasy. I wanted to speak different languages. I wanted to meet people from different walks of life. That was always my thing. So I went to go live in Sweden. And that was the first time I saw Survivor. The Swedish version of Survivor.
Expedition Robinson.
Expedition Robinson. That's when I fell in love with the game. And I was like, oh my God, I'll never have the opportunity of ever playing something like this. It was just such a distant dream. So I lived in Sweden. I was an au pair. And I had the opportunity to either come to California as an au pair for a family or come back to Brazil. And I chose California. Why wouldn't I choose California? I was like, 20 at the time? So I came straight from Europe to California, landed in San Francisco. It was August of 2000.
Okay.
And it was the most beautiful lighting I've ever seen in my life. Like the lighting, California golden lighting is just so beautiful. Fell in love with it. The Bay Area welcomed me. The family that I worked for sponsored me, applied for my green card. And I started working as a car salesperson when I got my green card. I did car sales. I used to live in San Rafael.
Were you good at car sales?
Great. That's how I was discovered to become a realtor.
That's how you get a BMW, baby.
Yes, on the car sales showroom. I lived across the street from the showroom the day that I got my green card. I was like, now I can actually have a serious job. I don't need to wipe a baby's ass no more.
Yeah. It was a baby that you took care of?
I took care of 2 babies.
2 babies, yeah.
2 babies at the time, yeah. So I walked into the dealership and the dealership was owned by a Pakistani. I looked at him and I told him, look, you need me. And he's like, why do I need you? And I'm like, because I speak Portuguese, Swedish, Spanish, and English, and I am going to run your Latin community at this Nissan dealership. And I became the top the top salesperson
Wow.
of the dealership. Yeah, and I was doing the loans too, the credit. Like, they were giving it was like it was a program that they had for people that had bad credit, and they were like selling car. Anyways, one of those programs, and I was getting all of the Spanish speaking people to buy cars from me. And then one day, one of the clients walked in and said, "You're amazing. You have to be selling houses, not cars. So you need to go and get your real estate license." So I went and I got my real estate license.
Okay.
And
What year was that?
People started, early 2000s. I'm the worst with dates.
That's okay.
And then people started saying, "Why aren't you in television? You have to be in television. You have this amazing personality." So then I just thought, okay. So I started doing background work. I would just go and do background work. And then one day, somebody that does a party called French Tuesdays, a friend of mine does it all around the world.
Yeah.
He told me, "Oh, have you ever heard of the show Survivor?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Have I heard of the show Survivor? I've been watching the show Survivor.
I've been watching it, yeah.
Sweden." Yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah, look at that girl, Sandra. Are you kidding me? That like I would want like what?" And they're like, "Yeah, would you like to do casting for Survivor?" I'm like, "You think? Sure. What do I have to do?" So I put my samba dancing outfit and I started dancing. I'm like, "You have to put me on Survivor."
Yeah.
Like a crazy mad person. And they didn't put me on Survivor.
Right. You had gone through casting, right, for Survivor Tocantins.
Tocantins. They didn't put me. They put Carolina.
Yeah. And were they looking for somebody from Brazil to play in Brazil?
I don't know if they were looking for...
Because I feel like in like Survivor China, they had a PG who is Chinese, and they put her on Survivor China. I wonder if that was something that they were doing at the time of like, can we find somebody who is an American but has like heritage in this country?
But was she born in China or born?
No, I don't believe so. No.
I was born in Brazil, and I am from the area where Tocantins is. So I think that that's the reason why they didn't want to cast me on that one season, because they felt like I would have advantage over the other castaways. Because I know what you can eat or what you can't eat.
No, that's good. You have people like Nasir, and
I have no idea why they didn't cast me, but they didn't. Maybe they didn't think I look Brazilian enough. I don't know. But if I don't look Brazilian, I don't know what Brazilian looks like.
Okay, so then how did you go from San Francisco to Los Angeles?
It had nothing to do with television. I was going through my business school at the time, and my friend Paula, boyfriend, then knew of an opportunity as an executive assistant for a big banker that had just partnered up with a Brazilian private equity firm. So they needed a Portuguese speaker, like the niche thing that I was talking to you about, like in the whole real estate market. Like the reason why I got the job here to be an EA for this top banker was because I am Brazilian. I speak Portuguese, and they needed someone that could communicate with the bank in Brazil.
Yeah. Wow.
So and then the guy ends up being neighbors with Mark Burnett. He like the banker that I was the EA for.
Yeah.
Like, my neighbor's Mark Burnett. I'm like, the guy that I want to be, like that created the show that I want to be on here in the US. I'm like, oh, that's so exciting. And then I got laid off because they weren't going to have the office here in LA anymore, just in New York. The day I got laid off, I put my phone on silent, go to take a trapeze class in Santa Monica.
Trapeze.
I was fighting my fear of heights. I'm scared of heights. Scariest thing I've ever done. Trapeze classes. Don't do it. So I am, leave my phone on silent on my car, come back, have a freaking missed call from Lynn Stillman. She was the casting director at the time.
Now, were you still applying, or did they recommend you because?
No, they haven't heard from them in 3 years. They probably
they just remembered you from the old stuff.
Yeah, they probably had me on the vault. So it
had nothing to do with Mark Burnett.
Nothing to do with Mark Burnett. Mark Burnett has too much to think about than the Brazilian Dragon. No, nothing to do with Mark Burnett or my boss. He has our old boss. He had too much more to do than thinking of. He just wanted me to do his numbers. Anyway, so no, nothing to do with Mark Burnett. So she contacts me and like, I would be interested in. I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to go through that casting process ever again. That thing was hell. Like, I am a very anxious person, so it gave me anxiety going through that. I said, no, thanks, I'm not interested. You guys had me go through the whole process to like, they had me send wardrobe for Tocantins. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that anymore. Don't have time for that. So she did not accept the no for an answer. She came over to meet up with me for coffee. And she's like, I don't care. You're coming with me. I'm taking you to the meeting. And like, next thing, I'm in Philippines.
Wow. Lynn Spillman met you in person. And she must have seen something. How far did you get in the casting? Was she like a big supporter of yours?
I know. She already knew. Well, I don't know what they know. Who knows what they want? Come on. It is so much.
But you're so right about her, that she doesn't take no for an answer.
No, she does not. No. I love her. And now we're like, I love Lynn. She's, like recently I was invited for dinner at her house and it was great seeing her. Yeah. She's like, she cares. I think they all care. Who knows what they're doing for whatever season that they're doing? It's like that whole puzzle.
The slide puzzle.
Together.
They're still moving it around.
Slide puzzle.
We need Farzan to help us
at this moment, deciding what to do with lives.
Abby, that was so interesting, and thank you for talking me through all that, because I knew that you were in real estate, but I didn't know all this about your background.
Sometimes you just have to let life play its main card, just like Mary. Like, it worked out for her. That was actually one of the biggest lessons of them all for Survivor. Sometimes the game is in the bluff.
The bluff?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What did you bluff when you
Mary
you won the?
Bluffed. Mary bluffed her.
No, forget about Mary. I'm talking about you. With all due respect to Mary, who's lovely.
Yeah. Well, I didn't bluff.
You didn't bluff, Abi-Maria, because I remember you went to an auction. And
we're talking about my game now, not my life game, my Survivor game. Oh, fuck yeah, I bluffed.
Okay. Oh, well, did you bluff in real life?
Sometimes you have to bluff a little bit in real life. Sometimes you have to.
Because on Survivor, you had a historic bluff when you went to the auction. And you got
a lot more respect for my Survivor game. Talk me up.
Yes, and you won. I'm trying to see if I can remember this all from my memory. Okay, so you won an advantage but you bought an advantage in the auction, and
very focused.
You went and you were gonna open it at the auction, and you said that you got a head start in the challenge, and then also did you say you had an idol? Was that what you said?
I lied. Yes. So what I did was I got that tube. I still have the tube. Oh my gosh, that tube probably was worth so much money now. I have the tube with the note. The note I ripped and I threw it away. I still have the tube. Yeah. So I had the tube, and then I told the tribe there were 2 parts of the note, but I wanted to say it right in front of everybody. But I was really scared. So I asked production, I'm like, can I do that? I was the one that told them, like, can I do that? Can I bluff? Can I rip it? Can I just throw? And I was worried about the nature. I'm like, can I just throw
litter
it?
Here in
yeah,
the
can
Philippines?
I litter? Can I litter in the Philippines? Are they gonna sue me? And they're like, no, this is not America. They won't sue you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you've bluffed a little bit.
Well, you have to bluff on Survivor. Are you freaking kidding me? You can't be that. You can't be on the bottom and be passive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said the lesson is you have to bluff sometimes.
You have to bluff sometimes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Mary did a great job of faking everybody out like you did.
She did. If she would have acted desperate, she would have done exactly what they expected her to do. So she planted that seed of doubt, and that is so important in a game, that anything on a tribal that can go for 5 hours, any little seed of doubt that's planted that can play to your advantage. And that little seed that Justin didn't plant with Cedrek,
he didn't,
was his demise.
Yeah. I want to go back to your story for a minute. I remember your mom came to visit you when you had the loved ones visit. Did your mom?
Força, filha, força.
Yeah. Did she come to America eventually, or did she come all the way from
I
Brazil?
got all of my parents. I got my mom, I got my dad, and my brother green cards. They're all Americans now.
Wow. You
We're here
changed your whole
legally.
family. Yeah,
That's right, my whole
I wasn't implying
I
anything.
I know, but 50% of American now. We're very divided.
It's divided,
You
but
wouldn't have me here
Abby,
if it wasn't
Survivor
for
brings
this
us all
power.
together.
Yes, Survivor does bring us all together.
For
Now,
1 hour a week, our country is united. 90 minutes actually now.
90 minutes. Yes, we love that, and we need more of that. Look what we did with Mary and Say. We could have
We're
made
bringing
that
Mary and Say together.
We're bringing America together.
What can't we
There you
do?
go. What can
Yeah.
we do?
Abby,
Love
let me
that.
ask you another question, because something that I think about is how great would Abi-Maria be on the Traders?
My God,
Don't you think?
kidding me? I
Wouldn't that be
love
perfect for you?
to have a little Brazilian running around a Scottish castle?
We know
That
she
would
can bluff.
be
We know she
mystical.
can sell.
Well, I
And
would just maybe take Alan's job just to wear his outfits and play with Lala.
yeah, maybe. And RIP to the person who tries to take Abi-Maria down at the round table.
Oh, you know what happens?
Mm-hmm. It
Dead.
won't go well.
Dead. Hell no. Mm-mm. They're going to the Dragon's Den to get burned.
Okay. But I do want to bring up something else that we flagged, okay, that you posted about, okay? So one of the stars from the Traders, Dylan Efron.
Dylan, go take a real shower,
All right, hold on, hold on. Don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me.
please.
Okay. All right. So this was from Dylan Efron Crave, and they follow everything that Dylan does. The Traders US star, Dylan Efron, tells Now This he finds showers overrated. I think people shower too much. We take way too many showers. I go in the pool a lot, like chlorine. It's killing everything. We don't need to soap our bodies every time we're in the shower either. That's way too much. And
That's
you
disgusting.
you had a reaction to this. Yes.
It's like, it's disgusting. I don't care that you're an Efron or that Zac Efron is your brother and you have a Brad Pitt syndrome. But
Yes.
please,
Okay,
go shower,
you-
Hollywood.
Well, let me quote. See, this was Abi-Maria's response. You responded, "What the actual chlorine?
Yeah.
For real? No soap. God."
Yeah, it's disgusting. Like, really. Well, Brazilians are known for their hygiene. We like brush our teeth every time we eat. We like
Every
shower
time.
out every time we eat. The thing. We bring our toothpaste and our toothbrushes to work. Like after lunch, we brush our teeth. We brush our teeth
Wow.
at least 3 times a day. Morning,
At least 3 times.
after we eat, lunchtime, like we have the siesta thing, we like brush, and
Yep.
then at night before we go to bed. And we also do take 3 showers a day too, because usually
3
we
showers
go
a day?
home to have our lunch. Yeah, we take our morning shower. It's hot. It's a tropical country. You're sweating.
Mm-hmm.
So you take your morning shower, and then you take your afternoon shower, and then a shower before you go to bed.
But what if you have a pool that has the perfect chlorine though?
Chlorine? Are you kidding me? Ew, that's just so gross and smells disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to smell chlorine? Like it smells disgusting even in your own skin.
Well,
Who else besides everyone around you are you killing with that chlorine? Is he like what, JFK? Who is he? Donald Trump? Like, isn't that what he was telling people to do? Inject bleach? What wrong? Like, yeah,
I didn't know where we were going with this, with Trump. And
No, people are just so out of their minds with all of this chlorine bleach. Like, can we be for real?
yeah, maybe is Big Bleach sponsoring Dylan Efron?
Maybe that's what we don't know. Maybe Big Bleach is or not chlorine. Big chlorine. I don't know. Bleach, chlorine, the whole
Okay.
thing.
And I don't even know if they have a pool on the Traders.
It's a castle in the middle of Scotland. I don't think they have pools in Scotland. Maybe a pond. They have a pond.
Okay. Well, it's very cold. I don't think that they sweat a lot.
I think it would be fantastic, the traders.
Yeah. How do you do in the cold? You're okay?
Well, I lived in Sweden for a few. I can dude, I
Yeah.
used to do sled dogging. I am a huge black
Uh,
diamond skier.
I didn't know that.
I'll kick some ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And take games.
Abby, do you have anything else from your notes?
Let's see here. What else we have in my notes? So we did David or Chad. Do I need to feel bad for this privileged white male? That was after the first watch. The second one.
I thought you said that it's okay for men to talk about how hard it is to be men.
That was after I watched the second time.
Okay.
You see the different lenses that you can look
Yes.
at
Okay.
the interactions, human interactions. I love the scene of Star trying to figure out that advantage. LOL. Thomas calling Eva Joe's sidekick. I died. I was like laughing out loud. Mary's so real. That makes her so fun. Say is also so real. And we need more interactions like that. Let's empower strong hoochie mamas to bond. Yeah. Then I have here Jerry and Mitch. Strong. Yes, Jerry and Mitch. Oh, yeah, Mitch, the dark horse.
Yes. Charity and Mitch. Yeah.
Oh, it's Charity. Who is Jerry is the older lady. Who is the older lady?
Chrissy. I don't know who Jerry is.
Isn't it? Oh, it's Charity.
Charity. Yeah.
Oh, I heard wrong. I keep on hearing Jerry. Okay.
That's okay.
Charity.
Yeah.
So
I got confused. But what do you think about Mitch?
Mitch is great.
Yeah.
He's like maybe Mitch is the whole winner of this whole thing.
He could be.
He is he's getting a Rachel edit there a little bit.
A Rachel edit?
Like in the beginning, we didn't really see much of Rachel, and then she just came with gusto. I love this word gusto right now. Yeah, Mitch. Okay, here, I have a winner's pick after looking at my notes.
New winner pick is Mitch.
New winner pick is Mitch, yeah. Then I have here Kyle and Mitch. Yeah, because he's like Charity and Mitch. Camilla and Kyle. Kyle is another one. Camilla too. Camilla, brilliant on the puzzle. Couldn't care less about the dice. And still won.
Still won.
And still won. Steve Avula, Lagi Tribes, New Era Awards. The awards, we could talk about it. These awards, they suck.
The rewards.
The rewards, yeah.
What were the rewards? They won the tarp?
Yeah, like before, I feel like old school Survivor rewards were like this thing that you would go and hang out with.
Yeah, they go to the sanctuary.
Yeah, I don't know. Now it's like, oh, you got a tarp.
What was the best reward you ever had on Survivor?
Are you kidding me? The reward that I went and I got a massage, and it was Philippines, massage and spa and Mai Tais, and we had the little
who did you go with? Who took you on the reward?
Who was it? I know that Pete was there. Was it Malcolm?
If I remember, and then you came back and then they got mad because you were talking about how great it was.
I had my Eva moment. I had my Eva moment that I was like, they're like drinking my Mai Tai, feeling like Cinderella, and I was there, I'm a peasant.
Well, you have to act like, I did something good, just didn't happen to me. I have to hide my joy.
And it was so funny. That scene made me like laugh so hard. I had just gone through surgery too. I was like laughing so hard because they make it look even worse. They make it look like I was going.
Who was the most mad?
Panner and Denise. They were both.
Abby.
Yes.
Why do I have to hear about this reward? I didn't even get to go on it. Can't you just be content to yourself?
That
Please.
Is him. Hiding under his hat.
I'll be hiding under my hat.
Yeah, oh my God, you do it.
I don't need to hear about this.
You do it perfectly. This is so good.
Save a reward for me next time. Could you bring me back a doggy bag? Where's my Mai Tai?
You win an award for this one. You win the Abby Award.
Yeah.
For best impersonation.
That's one of my favorite ones to do.
I heard, and that's like one of my favorite, I heard through the grapevine, is that Mike White loved doing Abi-Maria impersonations.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, somebody that was there with them told me that he would love going around doing the Abi-Maria accent.
What would he say?
I don't know the deets. I would love to meet him and find out.
Find out.
Yeah,
Do you think that maybe this is a good sign that you might be off to do the White Lotus one day?
Let's do White Lotus, Rio de Janeiro. Ta, 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 ta,
Oh,
ta, ta,
I mean,
ta,
yeah,
ta,
that
ta,
might be a
ta.
good next stop for it.
It would be bossa nova, baby.
Yeah, maybe they need a Portuguese speaker.
It's been my niche. It's been my niche.
It's gotten you this far.
It's gotten me so far.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that.
Let's
And
do
for the
it.
traders and everything. Okay.
Yes.
Abby, anything else you want to tell people about?
No, I really gotta go pee.
Okay, so we'll wrap this up. But Abby, this was so great. Thank you for making so much time to talk about this. I mean, you had all these drinks. Yeah, you had coffee and you have a tea and all the fruit juice. So a miracle that you got this far. So thank you so much, Abi-Maria. Do you want to tell people where to check you out on social media?
Hasn't changed. Same old people at the Abi-Maria, the one and
The
only.
Abi-Maria, the one and only.
The one and only. I miss you guys. Now that I am graduating finally and becoming the academia that I am.
I know. I used to see you all the time on the West Coast, so I miss seeing you too. But this was so fun to get to catch up. It's always fun when we get together. I'd love to hear what everybody has to say in the comments on YouTube. I'm sure Abby gave us a lot to talk about here today. And then Wednesday night, Stephen Fishback and I are going to be back together for the Survivor Know-It-Alls after the episode. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go to getrhap.com. Abby,
you on the shoulder. This is a nod for Survivor Philippines.
Okay.
All right.
Abby, thank you so much. Everybody, thanks for listening. Take care. Have a good one. Bye. This is RHAP. We know reality TV.